Hey everybody, Dr. Ed Gigliotti here. Just the other day, I think it was 2 days ago now, the weather got the best of me like so many people this season and every winter season. There was about 1.5 inches, 2 inches of snow on my driveway, and before I knew it, I was walking down the driveway to go to my truck, and my feet came out from under me, and I fell hard. Like I didn't even have time to catch myself. So I landed really hard on my back and my side. Thank heavens I missed the bumper of my truck by a few inches, so I didn't hit my head, which was a blessing. But right after I made sure I got up and I made sure I was okay, I didn't have any breaks. There was nothing very, very significant which would lead me to the hospital or urgent care. My next thought was I got to go and get checked, right? I got to make sure my nervous system is clear. As you guys know, this here is an imaging from the back of my spine, actually. This is my 3D imaging. But the brainstem comes down to the second vertebra in the neck. Okay, so it goes brainstem is part of the brain, and then spinal cord. Okay, and then all the nerve roots come out. They supply every cell, tissue, organ with everything you need for survival, for adaptability, for health. Okay, not to mention this vital area here supplies all blood to your brain. Okay. And then also cerebral-spinal fluid. Cerebral-spinal fluid, guys, is the fluid that surrounds your central nervous system, your brain, your brainstem, and your spinal cord. And what it does, its purpose is to supply nutrients to those tissues while also removing toxins. Okay? Whenever you have a significant trauma or injury, okay, these vertebrae can be injured, and they can be injured in a new position compared to where they were. Okay? So the reason why that's important is because it would put pressure on the communication between brain to body nerve signals, not to mention that blood flow and that cerebral spinal fluid flow. So the moment those occur, those vertebrae can twist out of position because there's new injuries to the ligaments, tendons, and fascia that hold them in their proper alignment. And then once they malposition, it puts that constant insult on that system. So that's why this is my life. This work is my life, but it already saved my life from the injuries I had from boxing and kickboxing in the past, right? But that's why the first thought was I got to make sure I get in tomorrow, make sure I'm checked, and make sure if I need imaging, I get the imaging, okay? Because I know clinically, through science, through common sense, that if there's pressure on that brainstem and that spinal cord, what that's going to do for my quality of life and possibly my quantity of life, tons of stuff, right? If there's pressure on that spinal cord, all depending on how significant it is. So went in, Dr. Brianna checked me, and lo and behold, needed new imaging. Okay, so this technology here, I want to show you what we're able to do. It's so cool. So this is the back of someone's spine. It gives you a 3D view and then 3 X-ray views. This would be from the top down. I'll thicken it up so you can see. Okay, so that would be my jaw, my teeth, and there's my atlas and C2 and some of the spinal bones there. And then this is a side view or a lateral view. Okay, I'll thicken this one up so you can see too. Okay, there's my jaw, there's my teeth. Okay, and then here's a front to back view. All right, so we could get virtually, and there's my teeth and my jaw, and that's from the front to back. So you can get virtually any view you want from an X-ray perspective, and then also 3D. With 3D, we could spin this any way we want to find out where the nerve compression is and everything. So this here is the left side of my face, and how cool is that? There's my jaw, there's my teeth, okay? And you could look any which way you want. And the other thing you could do too is you could look right down the canal. Because remember why that's so important. Remember what goes through there, right? You got blood flow coming through here through arteries and veins. You have cerebral spinal fluid flow. You have brainstem function. Everything that controls your life goes through that area. All right. With this technology, what you could do too is you could even crop down. So this is the type of stuff we're doing when we analyze the images for you and your family. It's like, look at that. I took the head right off now. Isn't that so cool? So we can analyze each individual vertebra to find out and do measurements on how much it's malpositioned and where the pressure is on that cord and that spinal cord. From the X-ray perspectives, okay, would be like a regular X-ray that you would see at your medical doctor's office. But what we can do is we could take it very thin. So that now is the exact same picture. There's my chin, but I took out all the jaw. Look at that. There's my windpipe and my esophagus. How cool is that? And then this is the front opening of my skull, the back opening skull, and we could actually see where all that delicate tissue is if any of the vertebrae moved out of position. Now, why is it so important when you have a fall or you have a big injury like a car accident, if like say you crumpled the bumper on your car, to get your central nervous system checked? It's because these vertebrae can change positioning from the trauma, just like your bumper could change positioning from the trauma of a car accident, right? For 12 years, my atlas has been slid off to the right when I'm out of adjustment. When I'm out of adjustment, I'm adjusted on the from the atlas going right to left. Okay? That fall was so significant, and I landed so hard on my back and my side that my atlas has now switched from right to left. So if I was adjusted this way I have been for the last 12 years, or that similar adjustment style, I would not have gotten pressure off the brainstem and that spinal cord, and it could have aggravated everything, because anytime I got the adjustment, it wouldn't be reducing the pressure, it would be aggravating the whole system. Now, when you think about that brain and that spinal cord controls everything from every cell, tissue, organ, immune function, all hormones, how my regulation of emotions to digestion, everything. How important is it that we open up this canal here so I could be the best version of myself and live life the way I'm supposed to? Remember, if there's a physical injury on your car, it probably needs a physical solution, right? If the exhaust fell off, probably going to need to be refastened. Adding additive to your gas tank probably isn't going to fix the problem, right? In the same respect, if there's a physical injury to our body, all right, a chemical process or solution or treatment, probably not and may not be the solution. So if you have a spinal misalignment, an atlas subluxation where it's putting pressure, now it's gone backwards on the left for me, right? If that's what's happened, there's probably not going to be some type of pill I can take that'll realign that naturally. If they did, I'd be totally open for it. But just like a king toes, you're going to have to manually undo that. So that's why we offer really specific and scientific and gentle adjustments to get this pressure off so people can live life to the fullest. And this is why imaging is needed when it's clinically correlated, especially when there's an accident, a slip, or a fall, because things can change. I'm like a poster child of that now. But love and appreciate you guys. Share the message. If there's people that are struggling out there, your friends and your family, let them know, especially if they have a history of any accidents and they haven't gotten their nervous system checked. If you had a car accident even 15 years ago, left unchecked, there's a high probability that if it was a significant accident or even a small fender bender, that one of these vertebrae or multiple could be malpositioned from it and just haven't been addressed because you didn't know. And when you start getting that pressure off, it could change the trajectory of your future. Love and appreciate you guys. Share this message, and thank heavens for me not hitting my head and being able to get checked and get the imaging. And we look forward to serving you and your family too. Thank you.